everyone, it's Christina. Welcome back to my channel, or just welcome if you're new. But today I have my very first how-to, and my very first how-to is how to apply concealer and foundation to cover up any acne, pimples, hyperpigmentation, and all that stuff that you get on your face. In a minute you'll see my face with nothing on but my eye makeup and stuff. Like, my skin has no product except for my skincare, so you'll be able to see that I have pimples. I have one right here. I have a few, or a lot, of acne scarring and hyperpigmentation around my chin area as well as my upper lip area, some sunspots around my face. You'll be able to see all that, and then you'll be able to see how I use concealer and foundation to get this right here. So if you'd like to see how this foundation routine is done, please continue watching. If you've been following me in the past, you know that I love BB cushions and I just use them for my daily routine, but it wasn't until recently that I started getting back into actual liquid foundations. Now, as you can tell, I have acne scarring as well as acne, huge one right here, few spots around my chin as well as my upper lip, some sunspots right here, and a pimple. So I'm going to show you how I cover them up. Now I'll be using the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. For the foundation, I'll be using this Iope foundation, and I'm also going to mix it up with the Burberry, the Nude Radiance Fresh Glow in number 1 to give my face a little bit more of a highlight. And to mix all that up, I'll be using two tools. First, for the concealer, I'll be using the Sigma 3D HD Precision, and then for the foundation, I'll be using this Etude House Secret Brush 1-to-1 Skin, and it looks like a toothbrush, but it's really soft. I've been using it to apply the liquid foundation, so let's just get right into it. What I like to do first, I like to apply concealer first, and then foundation, and then concealer again, because as you can tell, I do need the help. So what I do, I just apply a little bit at the back of my hand. This much will do for now. So what I do, I get a clean finger and I'm gonna dab it there. I like to use my finger to kind of spread the product out and blend it in a little bit, and then with the brush I go in and mix it up, or I mean blend it up. And I don't think I've done a talk through video in a long time, so please bear with me. As you can tell, it's covered the redness, but it hasn't covered it completely. That's why I use concealer and then foundation and then concealer again. So yeah, the sunspot and the pimple. I honestly don't know how I got those two sunspots right there. And then I do have a little bit of darkness around the outer corner of my eye, so I like to concealer as well. Yay for a lot of spots. Not really. Ugh. Now with this brush, I like to kind of pat it down and then kind of move it around so that the concealer spreads. That gives it more, I guess, fuller coverage. Now it's time for the foundation. Okay, so what I do, I pump a little bit at the back of my hand. One pump usually does the trick for my whole face. Now for the Fresh Glow Burberry highlighter thingy, I apply just tiny bit. And then what I like to do, I mix it up at the back of my hand like this with my finger. Now when that's well mixed, it should look like that at the back of my hand, and I just use this middle finger again and I apply the product directly to my face like this. And then it's time to blend out all the product to make my face blemish free. I usually like to start from my forehead and kind of work my way down. So I'm gonna do that. I really like this brush because it's really easy to use and it's really soft on your face. Now you can buff it a little bit, but I just like to kind of sweep it on my face because I noticed that it kind of gives me a fuller coverage rather than a sheer coverage. Full coverage without being really cakey, so. Now for these, I usually sweep it outwards so that I don't have too much foundation caked up on my face. So from inside to outside like this. And don't forget to bring it down to your jawline so that it kind of matches, because it looks weird if your neck is a different color. Now that the foundation is done, I'm gonna go back with the concealer again and cover up any hyperpigmentation that's still peeking through, like this ginormous thing right here, some past supposedly faded acne scars but are still really dark, so I need these. So I'm gonna go ahead and conceal any extra things that are still peeking through the foundation. And this time I'm just going to use it directly with my fingertips because that way it'll give it a thicker coverage. But of course it is not possible to cover every single thing, but I'm going to do my best. I usually like to take my time kind of patting the concealer down at this time because this will ensure that my face looks as flawless as it can get. Now I've been suffering from acne for a few years now and it's been really stressful, trust me. When I first started using makeup, oh man, it was terrible. I didn't even know how to conceal properly. But now that I found this technique, I use it every single day because it helps. I think my face looks pretty good, don't you think? So now I'm going to kind of brighten up my under eye area with this Laneige concealer. And because I lost the cushion thingy, I'm just gonna apply it at the back of my hand. One pump. Okay, 2 pumps. So now that I applied my foundation and concealer, I'm going to set my face with a translucent powder to make sure that everything stays and doesn't move around throughout the day. I'll be using the e.l.f. powder brush. I'll be using the Skin Food Peach Socket Silky Finish powder, and I hate this packaging. Just let me tell you, I don't like it. Whoa! I just dropped the lid. I don't like it because, if you can tell, it has the whole thingy and the puff, and I don't know, every time I use it, it just like, there's like, do you see that? So what I do, I shake it, get some product on the puff and on the air, and then I kind of swirl the brush around the puff so that I get it on here and not on here. And this makes sure that I have enough product but not too much product for my whole face, and I like to pat it down on my skin so that the foundation stays in place as well as the concealer. And with that, my foundation and concealer routine is complete. I hope you guys found this helpful because I honestly had a hard time concealing my blemishes and my pimples and my acne scars and everything in the past. So I know what it feels like to be really frustrated with acne and hyperpigmentation. So I hope if you guys suffer some stuff like me, you found this helpful. If you would like to see any more how-tos or how-whatevers, please comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, so don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hello, it's Christina. It's been a really long time coming, but I'm back with a new makeup tutorial just in time for Valentine's Day.